One of the simple machines that you saw the actors and actresses working with in the play was an inclined plane. And what they did was they moved something that was heavy from one surface up to a higher surface. And what I did last time was I showed them, and a couple of them got a chance to see this, that if you were simply trying to lift something straight up, then you're having to apply a little bit more force to it. But if you're pulling it at more of an angle through an inclined plane, you may have to pull it a little bit longer period of time, but you don't have to put as much force in it. And that's what simple machines are really all about. What they allow you to do is to make your work a little bit easier. You still do the same amount of work, but you just do it a little bit easier. For example, one of the things that I need to do this kind of grabs people's attention right here if you start on this thing and keep doing that. But anyway, the garden girl, I really like this one, right? But there's some work that I need to do with the house. I have to trim some of the branches that are starting to hang over the driveway. We keep bumping into the car as we pull in. And so what we've got right here, I used a pair of scissors last time to talk about the idea of a simple machine. And what we said was, this is the work that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cut something down here at this end. This is where I'm holding on to it. And we said that right here, this turning point is kind of like a fulcrum. And Garden Girl, would you be interested in giving me a hand with this? Okay, come on. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to get her to demonstrate this using a simple machine. What we're going to try to do is to cut this piece of wood right here, okay? And I want her to do it 2 times. I want her to cut holding right here and then holding down here. And I want you to tell me which one you think is easier, okay? All right, so I'll hold a piece of wood. Go ahead and grab it right there. Or put it right here. Now I want you to cut that piece of wood. Okay? And she did that, but remember how hard that was, okay? Now hold down there and do it right here. Okay? Which way is easier, down here or up here? Down here, right? Yeah. What we talked about is the idea that the farther away you are from the pivot point, from that fulcrum, the easier your work is. But there's always a trade-off, because when you saw her do this, she just kind of moved her hands a little bit, and now she moves her hands a lot more. So you don't get something for nothing when we work with machines, but they do make your life a lot easier. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's it. I talked about those ideas in my second semester of my course, where I teach physical science, and what we talked about in the second semester is some physics. In the first semester, we talked about chemistry. And what I did yesterday was, hey, you see this one right up here? Check this out. See that element right there? Yeah, okay. That's K, that's potassium, and there's potassium in these bananas. Once upon a time I had a basketball player whose legs were cramping up. We gave her a banana and she ate that. A little while, her legs feel all good again. Potassium is something that you guys should have in your diet every single day. So, here's what we've got. We have something here called dry ice. Dry ice. And it's really cool. Literally. Yeah, there you go. But the dry ice, the reason that I wanted to bring this today is that dry ice is frozen. Frozen. What did you guys say that this was right here? Carbon dioxide. Dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide. So, check this out. We have a piece of frozen carbon dioxide right here. This is really, really cold. How cold is it, you say?
How cold is it?
Good, good. Now, what I did was, after I picked this up yesterday, I went to a place where they sell ice and I paid for it, and I got into the car and I'm driving back to the house, right? It does look like smoke, doesn't it? It's pretty wild. And anyway, what I did is, in the car, I had a bottle of water. It was about half full. Well, it's been in the car all day, so it's kind of hot, right? Well, anyway, I opened up the lid, put the bottle of water in there, drove back to the house. Now, 15 minutes later, I take the bottle of water out of the dry ice. Guess what? Half of it's frozen. Wow. So this stuff is really, really cool. So here we go. Check this out right here. Have you ever seen this done like on stage or at magic shows or something like that? That's really what's happening. Now, this is a piece of dry ice. I'm going to set this right here on this table. But you don't have to worry that it's going to get wet, okay? Because dry ice goes directly from a solid to a gas, the carbon dioxide that you guys are talking about. Now, I had some helpers a little while ago help me put these 3 solutions together. Quite frankly, I can't guarantee how well this is going to work. We're going to try it anyway. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll put this right here. this, and hopefully what you guys will see will be a color change. Check it out. Keep your eye on that one. I'll put one over here in this one. It may not happen right away. It may take a little bit of time. I'll put this one right here. Let's see what happens. Oh, you see the color changes happening right here and right here? Okay. Okay. Now this one hopefully will turn to like a reddish color in a second. I can't guarantee that that's going to happen, but you do see some color changes going on. And what I like to do is too, sometimes it's kind of like, you can kind of pour the paint just a little bit and make a mess when you're at it. Oh, it's already starting to change there, see? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I always say in my class, it may not be the coolest thing you've seen all day, but I'll bet it's in the top 5. And so at the end of the year, I'm saying something like, I bet it's not the coolest thing you've seen all day, and the kids in almost unison say, but it's in the top 5. I heard a guy say one time, if I melt dry ice, can I swim without getting wet? Yeah, that didn't go. Yeah, that didn't go over too well. So.
You can't take the show on.
Exactly. I'm going to try something I don't advise you to try. Okay, that's really cool. All right, so there you go. So we have some dry ice. Now the reason that this happens, if you're interested, the reason that this happens is the liquid that you guys helped me stir around a little while ago, these are called indicators. And what they do is they tell you whether something is an acid or a base. And so what happens is when you dissolve carbon dioxide in water, what happens is you make it kind of an acidic solution. So how many of you drink Coca-Cola or Diet Coke or Sprite? Ever drink anything like that? There is some acid in that solution. It's not bad for you, but if you do feel like a tingling in your throat when sometimes you drink it really fast, right? That's what's going on. You see this acid really reacting. So there you go. Thank you for joining us on the Science
Is
Channel.
it okay for the kids to come up and look close?